We're going to be starting that journey here in Nigeria on the Punch newspapers, and we'll quickly show you what stories have made headlines on the Punch. Yes, it says there, face off with Arigvishola cost Oyetola re-election, says the minister's faction. Everyone's still trying to, piece together what happened, that a governor lost his re-election bid. Pretty sad. Well, good luck. We are assessing the outcome of the poll. Oyetola to talk after consultation, says his aide. Buhari Atiku Saraki, governors hail Adeleke. Governor-elect promises to perform. Oshun poll indicates Ige's voice resounds from the grave, says Kirinka. Okay. Also, monkeypox cases hit 101, highest in 5 years. That's on page 18 of the Punch. And we can also find here Buhari, Sanwo-Olu, APC, Mon, Kemi Nelson. Lagos Ibadan, Julius Berger repairs Long Bridge after Punch reports. And also Lagos businessman accuses police of extortion, petitions the IG. Name Northerner campaign DG, Babachir panel tells Tinubu. Once again, name Northerner campaign DG, Babachir panel tells Tinubu. Also on the Punch this morning, Tinubu, Shetima, APC picked best winning combination, says Adamu. ASUU, NLC plans national protest, police demand notification. Senate orders Nimasa DG's arrest over $9 billion loss. Also on the Punch this morning, marketers finally hike petrol price to 170 to 190 naira per litre. That's on page 21. And also importers shun eastern ports over insecurity and others. And that's a statement from shippers. Those are the big ones on the Punch newspapers this morning.
All right, let's move on to Daily Trust, still here in Nigeria. The big story here says, how infighting cost APC's defeat in Osun, in case you're wondering what happened. Voters ignore Christian ticket factor. Adeleke's victory inspires PDP. APC ponders defeats. People have spoken, Buhari, Atiku, others. And at the top of the paper, we have mixed reactions over possible interest rate hike as CBN's monetary committee meets. There are photographs here of people who are said to be media trust restructures. Media trust is restructuring apparently, and there are photographs of people who are behind this. COVID-19 vaccine is safe. Go get vaccinated. Protect yourself. Protect everyone around you. That's a message from UNICEF. Of course, 379 days. Bethel Baptist High School, Kujama, still in captivity, unfortunately. Now, the paper, we can see the big picture here. The big picture is PDP members celebrating the victory of incoming governor-elect Adeleke. Zamfara governor suspends emir for turbaning bandit attacking Fulani. Plateau, bandits rustle over 1,000 cows in Wase. That's on page 27. And final story, Rivers United crowned 2022 NPFL champions. Katsina United Heartland relegated. That's all the story that we can take this morning on the Daily Trust newspaper.
All right, now let's move to Kenya this morning and see what we can find on the Daily Trust. Pretty interesting one. Olive just shared about the turbaning of a terrorist.
As a leader or Sarkin Fulani.
All right, in Kenya this morning, Decision 2022, making of an opaque election. The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission is dancing with fate by keeping open secrets about the whereabouts of 6,000 new polling stations, tender details about the deal with technology provider Smartmatic, and also the fact that the tallying of election results will not be as real-time and digital as promised, since the agency will rely on pictorial rather than alphanumeric data from voting centers. There's more on that story on pages 10 and 11. Also, of course, it goes further to ask, revealed where the 6,000 new polling stations are. Are they just in the strongholds? The difference between myth and fact. Still on the Daily Nation, the oil barons of Kenya. And it's speaking about a time of acute shortage and biting national crisis where a few people are making a lot of money from Kenya's oil crisis. Still on the Daily Nation, 356,000 applied for 14,000 teaching jobs. And it's on the back page in the biggest indicator yet of a dilapidating job crisis. Hundreds of thousands will square it out for just a few openings at the Teachers Service Commission. Finally, this morning on the Daily Nation, Uhuru spent 1.5 trillion shillings on roads, and that's 3 times more than Kibaki splashed on roads. The Nation analysis shows. You can see that on page 8 of the Daily Nation this morning.
Now let's head over to South Africa, the front page of the Sowetan. We can see her photograph. Blessings did speak about this when we're taking the news. Of course, JC Dwartz's glowing tributes. Feisty firm but a gentle soul. ANC Deputy Secretary General. Scent of indignity and high praise. President Cyril Ramaphosa says, at a time like this, our nation needs more people of her courage. Few facts about her. She was a South African politician, an acting Secretary General of the ANC, a long-time anti-apartheid activist, and she served variously as a special assistant to Nelson Mandela. Now, further stories here. Border closures crippling local economies. Joburg Theatre toasts to Diamond Jubilee on page 3. Rescuer of the Alex injured didn't see brother's body close by. That's on page 2. And final story here on page 6. Engineering graduate finally gets job after street hustle. That's on page 6. That's all the story that we can take this morning on the Sowetan.